Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my kitchen for another video. I'm Derek from Simnett Nutrition, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the most amazing tofu egg salad you've ever had. You actually don't even have to cook this. It doesn't require any cooking at all. Some of the rest of the stuff does, which I'll also show you how I make. But the tofu egg salad, no cooking. So simple. And I don't know about you guys, but it reminds me of my childhood. This is definitely a staple. When I was younger, my mom would always make it. My aunt had like the world famous egg salad recipe, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have similar stories to this. So this is like a really nice, comforting, warm dish. Brings me back to my childhood, but I know a lot of us aren't eating eggs anymore. It's 2021. We've realized we don't have to eat those. There's other options. So here we go. I'm gonna show you guys how I make it. Oh yeah, and I will be putting the full recipe in the description box down below for you guys because I love you, I care about you, I wanna make your life easier, and I know you guys aren't sitting there with a pen and paper taking notes on this. At least I wouldn't be, I don't know. So here are all the ingredients that you're gonna need in order to make this, but we will go over them as we add them, so let's just jump right into it. First is the tofu. I like to use a combination of soft and medium tofu because I find it just gives the best texture for this dish. If you want, you could definitely throw in some firm tofu. It would change it up a bit, but I'm sure it would be great as well. Just play around and find the texture that you like. So I'm using about half a block of each. So half a block of medium, half a block of soft tofu. So go ahead and add those to a good sized mixing bowl. This is where we're gonna be adding all of the ingredients and mixing it up. So I'm usually more of a firm or extra firm tofu kind of guy. It just works better for what I like to cook with it. I like the texture better. And it's also more concentrated in protein. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it's kind of an interesting fact about tofu. The firmer it is, the more protein it has. But this is like the only dish that I use soft and medium tofu for. And I'm always just like left with half a package of soft and medium tofu. I guess I could make this again, but if you guys have any suggestions, put them in the comments down below because I would love to hear what else I could use this stuff for. Next, add 1 tablespoon of vegan mayonnaise. So here I'm using veganese. So I suppose you could make this without this, but it's not gonna be as good. I've tried, it's just like not as good. But again, this is the only dish that I use this for. However, it does last like a long time in the fridge. Just stick it in the back, and when I think about making this, just pull it out and it's always there for me. Next, you wanna chop up a stalk of celery. And you want to chop it up nice and fine. We're not making like a garden salad here or anything like that. We're making an egg salad, so you want it to be nice and dainty and delicate. Then some dill pickle. Again, chop it up nice and small. Feel free to add more if you want, but I think this is just a perfect amount. Chop up some green onion. So obviously you could use chives or another type of onion for this. So this isn't totally necessary. Of course, you could just use regular salt. You're not gonna get that sort of eggy taste, but this is kind of a nice thing to have in the cupboard. So if you guys can find it, go ahead and get yourself some. It'll last for a long time. And again, this is like the only thing I use this for, but it's like great to have on hand. And if you guys can't find it, look in like ethnic grocery stores. So they use it a lot in like Indian cooking. I find it in the international foods aisle at Superstore here in Canada. So yeah, that might help you on your hunt. Then half a teaspoon of turmeric. So this is gonna be mainly for color. We're not exactly trying to impart the turmeric flavor into this dish, but I find a half a teaspoon is just enough to give it some good color, but not too much of that turmeric flavor. Feel free to add more if you want. Turmeric is an extremely healthful herb or spice or root, whatever you want to call it. It got so many different benefits. I mean, we know that it's a powerful antioxidant, helps with inflammation, can help with pain. It's great for people with arthritis. It can help with certain degenerative like brain diseases. There's so many reasons why we should be consistently consuming turmeric. So yeah, get it in you. However, we know that you can't get the most out of turmeric unless you have it with its best friend, black pepper. So add a pinch of black pepper to this, and we know that they work synergistically in order to help absorb the curcumin that's in the turmeric, which is the active ingredient doing all those amazing things. So that's it, it's that easy. So now all you wanna do is just mix it up. Wow, it's so crazy how much it actually like looks like egg salad. It's pretty wild. So it's ready to go right now. You can have it just as is. You could always heat it up if you wanted to, but I don't think that's traditionally how egg salads are had. Like usually they are chilled. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge for about 10, 20, 30 minutes or something like that, and then make some of those other things you saw on the plate. Make this a truly epic breakfast. I'll show you guys how I make those as well. I'm gonna get this in the fridge first. I love pickles. Oh my god. No, pickles are one of these like luxury items that my mom and dad always had in the fridge at home, but like once you move out of your house, it's like pickles are just not one of those luxuries that you have all the time. So I love when I have them. Gosh, they're good. So if I have the time on the weekend and I'm making a big breakfast like this, I love to saute some tomatoes to have with it. So first, preheat a frying pan on about medium-high heat. Then slice the tomatoes in half. Add some garlic. I like to add fresh garlic to this. Just big chunks, doesn't matter. This is a pretty rustic dish. Add some fresh basil, or basil. I don't even know how I'm supposed to say it. And some oregano as well. Then you just want to place the halved tomatoes, skin side down, in the frying pan. Add the herbs, add the garlic, add a splash of water or some olive oil or something if you want, just to get it going, and then fire a lid on it. We're gonna cook it like this for about 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, you want to remove the cover. Then you want to cook them without the lid on for another 10 minutes or so. You can even cook them longer if you want. They're only gonna get tastier. So while those tomatoes are cooking, I'm going to cook up some kale. So you guys know I like to try and have some greens with each of my meals if it works, and kale is definitely one of my favorites. However, just having it like this is a little bit hard for me. I just find it like a little bit tough and difficult to chew. So I like to wilt it down. So that's what I'm gonna do, just saute this. I'm sure you guys already know how to do this, especially if you watch this channel for a while, but if you don't, well, welcome to the channel, and here's how I'm gonna saute some kale. So first you just wanna rip off the stems, and I like to just grab the stem and rip the leaves off like this. I find it works so well. It's kind of fun to do too. Next, just chop it up a little bit, fire it into the frying pan, and then all it really needs is just some pepper, a dash of garlic powder, and onion powder. You guys know the twin pillars. Get it in there, and I think that's all it really needs. Cooks up really nicely like this, delicious, wilts down, nice and tender. All right, so once the kale's cooked enough for your liking, the tomatoes are all done, pretty much ready to go. So I'm just actually making some toast right now. Just using some of this organic sprouted whole grain toast. If you're still eating white bread, get with the program. Get on some of that whole wheat. Sprouted is even better. All right, so just grab this out of the fridge, give it another quick mix. Oh yeah. Yo, if this doesn't become like a staple for you, I don't even know anymore. And then next, we're just gonna plate it up, or bowl it up, I guess. This is more of a bowl than a plate. We have these like super shallow, nice wide bowls, and I absolutely love them. Like, I don't know why I don't love using plates. I just find like I'm always like chasing the food around on it, and it's like falling off the side. So I like to have a little bit of a lip. These bowls are perfect, so. Wow, you have no idea how good these tomatoes smell when they're cooking. It's like absolutely insane. Crystal came running into the room. She's like, what are you cooking? Can I have some? Like, not until my video's done. Get out of here. All right, we got the toast on there. It's a good start, man. I'm always so lost when it comes to plating food. I'm just like, oh man, I hope this looks good. I never really know until it's done. Ow! Ooh, hot food is hot, just in case you guys did not know that. Oh yes, I'm so excited for these. I love green onions, so I'm just chopping a little bit more to go on top of the egg salad, or the tofu egg salad. All right, so I'm gonna taste everything, see how it is. I'm so excited for this. I'm actually so hungry. You know what? I don't know if you guys have forks that are like your favorites and not favorites, but I don't like long forks. I always feel like it's gonna like stab me in the back of the throat. This is more what I'm talking about. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm pretty particular about my forks. So I guess I'll try the tofu egg salad. I'm gonna have it on some toast. I don't even need a fork for this. Wow. So this is absolutely incredible. This is probably one of my absolute favorite ways to have tofu. And there's a lot, and I really like them all. But man, this is so, so good. All right, I'm gonna try some of the tomato here. Oh yeah, those tomatoes are good. Taste Italian. Tastes like tomato sauce, dang. So good. Can't forget about the greens. Try the kale. After the rest of that stuff, it's like, alright, but it's about as good as kale's gonna get. The kale's good. It's a bit chewy, but it's good. So, just a reminder though, don't forget to chew your food lots. It's one of the best things that you can do for your digestion. I know a lot of us just think like digestion starts once we swallow our food, but it's actually not the case. It starts even before that. And you guys might even know that when you see something that is so delicious and you're like so hungry, your mouth starts watering, like you start salivating before you even eat it. So the digestion process starts even before the food gets in your mouth. But chewing is definitely an important part of it. So yeah, chew your food really well. But the nice thing about this tofu egg salad is like, you really don't have to chew much. Just slide it right down there. So share this recipe with someone that might like it. Definitely tag me on Instagram if you try it, because I know once you guys make this, this is gonna become a staple in your life. So you can thank me later. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you again with another video. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, but I know so many of you have. Over 600,000. Thank you for that. I love you all. Bye-bye.